everybody. So on today's video, I want to share with you how Brain Gym can help with centering and grounding. So if you have remember any of previous videos, Brain Gym really works on kind of three dimensions, as they call it. They look at the connection of the front to the back. That is the focus dimension. They work on the two hemispheres working together and communicating, and that is the communication dimension. And then they work on that whole center, the centering that they call the top down, and that is the centering dimension. So when we are checking, if you remember, we use three different checks to check our body to see how we are at any one point. And the first thing you usually have people do is just shift their weight side to side. This is actually technically checking the two hemispheres. So if you tend to lean more one way than the other, then that opposite hemisphere is more active, at least at the moment. Okay, and then we might shift our weight front and back, and that is looking for that connection of our front and back. And if you find it easier to go forward, then you might be more over-focused, and easier to go back, under-focused. And depending on what task we're doing, we actually might want to be more over-focused, or more focused, or more focused on the environment instead of on the details. And then going up and down. Okay, this is our centering. So my son, when he was 5, when he would do this, he would just immediately fall to the ground. He was like really ungrounded. Or some people, I feel like I have to pull them off the ceiling like a balloon. So if it feels like heavier to go one way or the other, you can just notice that. Okay, so one thing that is really good for centering and for everything is making sure you're hydrated. So make sure that you are drinking water. So at this point, I didn't put a water right here where I can reach it. So, but at this point, you could take a sip of water. So something else that is very helpful is to do what we call hookups. So we can cross our feet. If you can sit down, you can lay down. You don't have to be standing. Then put your thumbs down, cross them over, lace them, hold them like this. Put your tongue inside in the roof of your mouth, like for that centering up in that soft palate, and breathe deeply through your nose and out your mouth. You can incorporate, if you have a favorite breathing technique. A good one is to inhale for 4, hold for 6, exhale for 8. But you might have a different technique. There's a lot of different breathing techniques that are out there. When your body feels like it's ready, then you can unhook your feet. You can put your fingertips together. Breathe in your nose. Okay, so that's one technique. And another one I like to do is putting your fingertips up on your forehead. We have some neurovascular points. For little kids, you can do this. You can, if you're doing it with somebody else, you might want to just gently kind of be lifting up on their forehead just a little bit. But if you're under stress, we kind of naturally do this. Okay, that's actually bringing blood flow up to the frontal lobe. Okay, do this until your body feels complete. And then when you do, then you recheck. And we'll just recheck all 3 dimensions, even though the other dimensions might be from something else. But you might notice that that actually affected. So for me, I'm now moving a little bit more to the left. And I'm a little bit more able to go backwards. and you can feel if there was any difference in how heavy it felt to either go down or up. Okay, so those two techniques are really good for helping with centering and grounding. If you are interested in learning more about Brain Gym, if you are a teacher, Brain Gym was designed for the classroom. It was designed for groups, so it's perfect for the group setting. Or if you're a parent and you want to know how just to help your child at home, just contact me through my contact information, and then we can work on scheduling a virtual class, unless you just happen to be local, and then we'll do it in person. Okay, and until next week, have a blessed week.